Today I'm going to be talking about the Dust Bowl and bootlegging. The Dust Bowl was a period of severe dust storms that greatly damaged the ecology and agriculture of the American plains during the 1930s. The Dust Bowl started because of poor agriculture practices and years of sustained drought caused the Dust Bowl. The Dust Bowl lasted about a decade. During the Dust Bowl, 2,500 people fled the plains. The Dust Bowl was a man-made disaster. During the Dust Bowl, there was a plague of jackrabbits and grasshoppers. A newspaper reporter named Robert Giger named the Dust Bowl. Static electricity built up between the ground and airborne dust that made a blue flame lit from barbed wire fences, and well shakers shaking hands could generate a spark so powerful it could knock them to the ground. People who inhaled the dust suffered coughing spasms, shortness of breath, asthma, bronchitis, and influenza. Here's a letter that was wrote during the Dust Bowl. Eva, Oklahoma, June 30th, 1935. Dear Evelyn, your continued interest in our effort to tie a knot in the end of the rope and hang on is most stimulating. Our recent transition from rain-soaked eastern Kansas with its green pastures, luxuriant foliage, abundance of flowers, and promise of a generous harvest, to the dust-covered desolation of no man's land was a difficult change to crowd into one short day's travel. Eleanor has laid aside medical books for a time, wearing our shade hats with handkerchiefs tied over our faces and Vaseline in our nostrils. We have been trying to rescue our home from accumulation of wind-blown dust which penetrates wherever air can go. It is an almost hopeless, for there is rarely a day when at some time the dust clouds do not roll over. Bootlegging is an illegal business of transporting alcohol beverages where such transportation is forbidden by law, also known as rum running. The earliest bootleggers began smuggling foreign-made commercial liquor into the United States from across the Canadian and Mexican borders and along the seacoast from ships under foreign registry. They usually got the liquor from the Bahamas, Cuba, and the French islands of St. Pierre and Miquelon. Smuggling became more risky and expensive when the U.S. Coast Guard began halting and searching ships at greater distances from the coast and using fast motor launchers of its own. Bootlegging helped lead to the establishment of American organized crime. The 18th Amendment is what banned alcohol in cities like Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Numerous ethnic gangs fought to control the local bootlegging activities. Bootleggers counterfeited prescription and liquor license to gain access to alcohol. Bootlegging grew into a fast illegal empire. The term bootlegging came from people smuggling material in their boots. Al Capone is one of the best known gangsters of the 1920s. He controlled all of Chicago with his bootlegging business and his gin of Speakses. Al Capone's mom was in Chicago. There were also gangs in Detroit, New York, and other cities. Wars among gangs produced greasy killings.